Yo, 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 what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are going to be taking a look at the patch 2.2 notes review for the new update that is going to be coming out. And again, I have not had a chance to look at the notes yet. These things just came out 7 minutes ago from my time, so happy I was able to catch it pretty quick. And we're going to do a full read. I'll give you my thoughts, my opinion, my feedback. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So before we get started, though, as always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. And if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, Discord, you can find a link to that in the pinned comment description down below. Okay. Casual mode. So we're not going to really read the beginning, but we'll just kind of go right in. So new features, we have a knowledge contest. It says entrance to the Wisdom Palace can be found at the former location of the government house. That's basically the thing you would click on in your city that has like the stairs, and then it has like the little blue icon, or I guess blue, almost looks like a gem or something at the top. And you would click on that to look at who has titles. It shows you like the entire structure list in your kingdom, and you can see who has a title, who doesn't have a title, who's the king, who has a capital building. So that now is going to be the knowledge contest. So this to me, again, I like these types of contests or these types of features because I think it also helps players engage more in the game and also feel invested into the lore of the game. Maybe just knowing how certain things work, right? You could also kind of have it be a friendly reminder for how processes work. One of those things where you attempt to get a good enough amount of sleep. But again, you're going to be able to use this for being able to get some free rewards. So, if you're answering questions to get more rewards and somewhere we're just putting time in to get those, I actually don't think it's a bad thing. So, again, this type of an event, I am always happy to see. Contest structure. Each knowledge contest is held over 4 weeks. The preliminary trial is held every Monday to Friday. The retrial is held every Saturday. And final trial is held on the Sunday of the last week. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. And then they're giving us the breakdown. Preliminary trial. Time can be entered every Monday. Okay. Eligibility calculus, you must be level 10. Number of questions, 10 questions with no time limit. Passing criteria, 6 questions. Man, you only got to get a 60%. All right, D+. And be eligible for the retrial rewards. Get 3 correct answers in a row. To win a streak reward. Get 9 or more correct answers to win 1 retrial resurrection coupon. Okay. Is automatically consumed if you give a wrong answer. You can hold up to 3. Okay, nice. And then if you pass the preliminary trial, you get another reward. Okay. And then they have some retrial information every Saturday. Choose one of these times to participate. You cannot enter the retrial if it's started. Okay. Pass the preliminary trial during that week. Oh, this is for retrial. 15 questions, 15-second time limit. Ooh, wow, it's pretty fast. What are we doing? Jeopardy on here? Answer all questions correctly to pass the retrial. Get rewards. Get 3. Same thing. Things to note. The waiting area will open 5 minutes before retrial starts. After the waiting period ends, all players in the waiting area will start the quiz at once. Make sure to arrive in the waiting area when the quiz starts. Okay, and then we got final trial, which is Sunday of the 4th week of knowledge contest period. At these times, you can choose one of these times to participate. You cannot enter final trial if it has already started. Eligibility. Pass any retrial during the current. Okay. Number of questions, 20 questions, 15-second time limit. This is going to be for the final. Per question for the first 15 questions. 10-second time limit per question for the last 5 questions. I actually kind of like how they're putting a time limit on it because otherwise, maybe it's something that could be abused. Answer all questions correctly to pass the final trial. You will be eliminated immediately if you get 1 wrong answer. Okay, fair. Get 3 rewards correct. These gems, all players who pass the retrial win a large amount of gems. Things to note. Waiting. Okay, so same thing. All right. So pretty cool. Awesome to see. And man, hopefully it'll be. I'll be honest. This is something even I might actually be interested in trying out. Which I don't know how long it's been since I've said that about IK. Okay. New training camp mode. The brand new customizable mode will allow you to customize the enemy unit with a great degree of freedom. You can even fine-tune the attributes of their mortals and dragons. Unlock conditions. Spend 1,000 gems to unlock customizable mode for 1 month. You can also purchase 6 months of customizable mode, which comes with bonus gifts. Interesting. Okay. Customizable content. After unlocking customizable mode, you will obtain 4 empty customizable unit slots. In these unit slots, you can freely customize enemy immortal unit skills, gears, artifacts, as well as set the various attributes of their dragons and immortals. Everything unlocked on your server will be available to use in customizable mode, including things you do not own. Okay, I just want to say this, right? This is direct feedback that many people have given. I did a video on this as well after the mode was released, and I will say this is a good addition, right? And regardless if you want to give a little asterisk there and say, well, I'm going to have to pay 1,000 gems. I mean, 1,000 gems across a month, I'm sure you can easily earn that back, even if you just look at doing your dailies, right? You can earn that in less than about a week or less for doing just your dailies on gems. So this to me is nothing big as far as that. And I like the fact, and again, if it works out the way I'm hoping, based on what I'm reading, is that, yeah, you being able to customize, you can set things to whatever level you want. You can set it to the current level, you can max everything out. And I also think this is just a great way to test for late game. But not just late game, you can test mid game out if you're going against people that are also, maybe you want to see how far your march can be taken, right? So maybe you look at how much stronger can an opponent be that you can win against, right? Figuring out, hey, how can I win against someone who's 10,000 troop power more than me, 20,000 troop power more than me? Right now, yeah, they might have to be specific scenarios, but it's more of, I don't know if I'd say more or less that, because obviously I think the talk skill customization is going to come into it, but you can go off averages. And again, I like this. I think this is the right way to do the training camp mode. And again, I think this is going to be a way better way to do it than what they initially had it set up as. So I really appreciate the recognition there and the willingness to make that improvement. Mercantile path. Too many contingents to win the battle after Norheim. Trade caravans carry resources to markets in order to trade them for rare treasures. However, the crafty gnome units have been eyeing these caravans, waiting for their opportunity to strike and loot the merchandise. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to work with your allies to escort these caravans safely to their destination, earning vast rewards in the process. Eligibility. You must be an alliance. Choosing caravan. You can choose the size of the caravan you wish to escort, as well as the amount of resources it carries. The larger the caravan, the more resources you can escort. The larger the caravan and the more resources carry, the more difficult the mission and the greater the possible rewards. Convening allies. You can create a caravan or join a caravan created by your alliance members. Once the caravan is created, you can dispatch your own troops or invite other alliance members to help with the escort. Please wait until all participating troops arrive at the caravan departure point before starting the escort mission. Interesting. So I wonder if this is going to be like something where it's like a mobile structure where you just send all your troops there and it's just a matter of kind of, defending the onslaught. Resist the gnomes. While escorting the van, you will be attacked by gnomes. Do your best to defeat them, or the caravan's resources will be lost, and your final reward will be reduced. If all the caravan's resources are lost, the escort mission will fail. After the end of the gnome attack, the caravan will stay in place for a short while. You can take this opportunity to replenish any lost troops or dispatch a new unit for the escort. Pay attention to the caravan status to make sure you have enough troop power to defeat the attacking gnomes. We recommend inviting as many alliance members as possible to escort the caravan. So, depending on, I guess the first thing that comes to mind is it depends on how long the path is from start to finish point for the caravan. And then I guess it's where you would maybe want to try and relocate cities along that path so you can reduce or have an average march time going to the caravan and back, or even just one replenishing troops. So I wonder if that's going to be the case, or if it's not going to be that far and you guys can just kind of all pile in one. To me, it almost seems like it's more beneficial to maybe spread out along and then just place certain players there that can replenish with higher marches in addition, and then you have the supporting. Success conditions, okay. Event rewards. Rewards are determined by the size and how successful. Once the escort is complete, alliance members who helped with the escort receive rewards based on how much damage they dealt. Okay. The alliance will also obtain contribution points. At the end of the event, alliances will be ranked based on their contribution points and receive. Okay, this is cool. I like how they're adding in a few more, how they're kind of making it more of a friendly alliance competition. These are the types of things I love to see in Kingdoms because, again, this is where you get a lot of that friendly competition. And it makes it feel as though the alliances can invest in something beyond KvK and COR is pretty standard at these times. So I like these kind of friendly competition style events. So them adding this in for this type of an event, I think is great. Event period, okay, cool. All right, then we got Prime Pinball. So Prime Pinball is the golden toad spits out a ball. Where will it land? In the new Primal Pinball event, you just have to spend a certain number of gems to shoot a pinball and win the prize. The ball hits. Prize includes valuable artifacts. Oh, I see. It corresponds at the bottom. Unique artifact schematic fragments, artifact forging materials. After shooting a certain number of pinballs, the golden toad will receive an upgrade and shoot multiple balls at once for free. You will earn all rewards hit by these balls. Okay, interesting. So, I guess maybe it's going to cost gems, is what it looks like, based on the frog here, where it looks like it shoots and comes out, and based on where it lands. So, okay, I guess. It's another event. I mean, if it's something, again, right, unique artifact schematic, I mean, obviously they probably realize, yeah, these things are hard to get, give players something to do. I guess. I mean, it'd be nice if maybe there was a way to do it, I don't know, maybe something you could do on the map, like, for example, maybe, you add something in where you can do a few of these for free, where you have to go and attack. Maybe you get like tickets or something, right, where you go attack gnomes, you do some whatever it is, right, rallies, or I guess better yet, either just attacking gnomes, well, sorry, not rallies, but doing gnomes, bosses, maybe just kind of doing the gathering, right? Maybe that can generate you a few tickets, but you would still have to, in the end, if you really want to get a lot more, right, at a faster rate, you still would have to use green gems. Maybe something like that. Again, not necessarily mad at it. I just think, that could maybe be something where, you give a little bit, which may incentivize more green gem usage. Artifact Rebirth. Upon entering Season 1, the Artifact Rebirth tab will be unlocked in the Alchemy Lab. This is big. All artifacts that have been enhanced, developed, or upgraded can be reset. Level 0 stars by spending alchemy stones. Rebirth conditions. So I want to point out, this is really good because there's been this thing where now you have some artifacts, and it's been here for a little while since one of the recent updates, where you'll have certain artifacts that are now using unique artifacts, or their unique condition, right, or specialized artifact. And it kind of makes some of the other ones obsolete because you're not really using those in your main march. Now, you may use them in a secondary or another supplemental march, but that's been something that I have seen players ask for. So happy to see that this is becoming an option now, which, again, is just another thing that, they're listening to the community on. So happy for that. Now, if we can just kind of get them over the hump a little bit more, I will be ecstatic. The artifact must have been enhanced. Developed, the potential must not be equipped or locked. Resources returned after reburning, you receive 100% of the artifact EXP. That's great. Development materials, same name with fixed attributes and potential upgrade materials previously spent on that artifact. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so its main attributes, special attributes, and exclusive attributes will also be reset to their initial stage. Secondary attributes will be randomly generated again. Okay, so at least you get to keep that. And it only kind of re-rolls secondary. So again, I love this addition to the. I mean, so far, man, these notes are turning out to be. I mean, the 2.2 patch is turning out to probably be the best patch since 1.7. Okay, which I don't know how much that's saying, but I do mean that in a positive direction. So optimizations. Here we go. LOF, Legion of Frostborn for KvK. Thermal Towers. Thermal Towers can no longer be built in regions whose checkpoints occupation has not been unlocked. Fantastic. That's something that absolutely needed to happen. And hopefully it will solve a lot of potential challenges. Geothermal zone conflict warning. If your alliance or friendly alliance has already built a thermal tower near a target city or checkpoint, but is unable to cover any grid of the target city or checkpoint due to another alliance's thermal tower, you'll receive a notification when you try to attack that city or checkpoint. Target is in the range of another alliance's thermal tower. Destroy the thermal tower before attacking the target. Okay. That's nice. I like how we're getting at least more notifications in that regard, which seems more kind of QOL, quality of life. Alliance tactics. Using ex nihilo to build thermal towers will cost double the alliance resources. Okay. This to me seems like a great thing. Now we'll have to see how like the dismantling works out, because I know some people were saying that again you're still having the challenge of once they're built, especially from a lot of farms, it just makes it difficult. Because it takes longer to dismantle, possibly than it does to build. Now, I'm not sure what hard data, if anyone has kind of done something like that on what the average times are, depending on max fill or not. But I know that has been something that's been going around. So I'd love to hear what some of you think about this. Right? Do you think that needed to be added in? I know there had been like one or two bugs here and there that were mentioned. I know that I want to say addressed at least one of those that they were working on, mentioning that they had taken that down from feedback they got from the community. But I would still love to know, from those of you out there, right, when it comes to the LOF portion, what are really big, any other big impacting things or things that just were not addressed here, right, that still need to be, because I think that's a big important thing. I do think this is like such a big thing here for number one, for one of the big things that the community was pointing out throughout KvK. So again, hoping that we will continue to make those improvements, right, based on the community's feedback. Or I should say they do. Okay, now we get to customizable alliance permissions. Again, this is something I want to point out. This to me is a win, right? Obviously, it may not address everything, but I just want to point out that is still to me a win. And then we have customizable alliance permissions. This could be a win, but let's read. Alliance Leader R6 can now customize permissions granted to members of each rank. Revoke some of the permissions granted to R5, grant R3, R4, R5 members a permission to create or disband group chats. R6, R5 members have admin status in any group chat created by members of lower ranks. This allows them to disband chats, review group chat, change the group chat's name, and appoint admins. Oh, cool. So there's like oh, wow, this is a long table. Man. Okay, let's see here. So, leave alliance, alliance help, alliance chat. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is... wow, hang on. Refer to the table below. For detailed information, permissions marked with can be changed by the alliance leader. Permissions marked with cannot be changed. This is interesting, though. I want to point something out. They gave a lot of stuff here, right? Like, think about that. To me, they gave way more stuff than maybe they should. This is interesting to look at, actually, because what it shows is that you could actually give permissions for some people to actually help, to be able to help, give helps, and then take that away. You could take away the option for someone to leave an alliance. That's interesting. I don't know if that should be a permission, so to speak. Yeah, like check online status, alliance chat, right? This is actually cool. Maybe you take away, I don't really know what situations you might take away someone's ability to chat. But anyways, so let's look again. Right, permissions with the asterisks, red asterisk can be changed by the alliance leader. Okay, so there's actually only a few things. Invite to alliance. So you can take away a permission for an R5 to invite someone to an alliance. Review alliance applications. Oh wow, you can remove an R5's ability to review alliance applications. Okay. Oh wow, you can do this to remove members, promote or demote members, modify alliance, sending alliance mail, statistics, markers, modify alliance calendar events, set recommended tech, create. I think this is a good thing. I like this with the create, disband alliance group chats. Because, again, you have to think about this top-down. They can already do these things, right? R5 can, at least I think an R5 can invite. R5s can review. R5s can remove. R5s can promote demo members. I believe they should be able to modify alliance announcements, if I remember correctly. Send alliance mail. They can do that. They can send stat mail. They can do markers. They can do calendar events. They can recommend tech. So really, we're just talking here. So, right, abandoning territory, though, from my understanding, I want to say they can abandon territory, unless maybe a change has happened, and I've just, again, haven't been up to date there. But this, to me, I think is probably the big one, which is the create, disband alliance group chats. This helps, I guess, if you just want a few more people being able to do so. I just don't really know when. I don't really know why you would give the permissions. Now, I think this is cool. However, like this to me, form revoke alliance partnerships, right? That'd be cool if you want to give R5 opportunities for that, if you wanted to, right? If you felt really good about your team. Unmarking alliance enemies, that's something that can help out. I mean, yeah, some of these things, it would be nice if maybe they did have some more permissions. But I think the one thing that really just stands out to me overall on the group chat is, why not just make an option that has players auto join any group chat that's made the moment they join the alliance, and it's just up to them to leave. That would be, to me, the best, like one of the best things that really could happen. Side point, but yeah. Okay, now we're going to get to strengthened artifacts. All artifact attributes will receive a one-time increase, giving them a more obvious effect in boosting your immortals. Development, in addition to increasing special attributes, development will also increase the artifact's main and secondary attributes. Upgrading artifacts will increase attribute values by a larger amount than previously. Value adjustment. Since both upgrading and development have been strengthened, once the patch is live, all artifacts you own will be updated to the new values. Okay. Chronicle. The Chronicle event that unlocks immortal artifacts has been changed from 21 Ambition, Royal Ambition to event 15 Greatest. You will now be able to experience artifacts at an earlier stage. I like that. I think that's good. Okay, and then we have here, last one is balance adjustments, unique artifacts. Developing unique artifacts will require unique artifacts of the same name as development materials. For example, Death and Glory, Guard, Death and Glory are unique artifacts of the same name. Okay. Of the same name to develop. Okay. All right, guys and gals. That pretty much rounds out the patch 2.2 patch notes review that I believe they said is going to be coming out. I want to say it was on the 23rd. I don't know if they've updated that. Let's see. Yeah, so it does go live right here on July 23rd. So again, I will say this. I felt this patch notes, as I mentioned earlier, better than the last few patch notes, and I do think the majority of what we saw in these patch notes for 2.2 had more positive and at least more positive, I would hope, reactions and inclusions within them, along, or I should say in addition to, a few of the notes being direct feedback that, or I should say direct improvements or adjustments that the dev team made based, I would imagine, on feedback and their own data they've pulled. But it's nice to see that some of those things being added in from what the community has been pushing for a while now. So I was happy to see that. Again, I will, my last thing at the end is I'll say, yeah, do I think that this is a good, positive? Do I think this patch notes version is a specific positive for the game? Absolutely, I do. Do I think with where the game currently is it something where I kind of see myself over investing as far as, wanting to, play again, as I was enjoying it so much in the beginning? I think I'm going to wait this time until I, really, logging and doing the dailies, that's one thing. But for me, as most know, I love building kingdoms, so for me, going in, doing a project, building something from the ground up, trying to always, only when needed, but, if I ever have to redo something, doing it better, as I would hope we would all want to try and do, than the previous time. So for me, I think a few more things need to be added into the game before I really kind of find that passion to participate on a more active daily basis. But I will say that I was pleasantly surprised with some of the inclusions for this patch notes. As always, would love to know what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments down below. That's it for me. Until next time, I'll catch you later.